Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh yeah! And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show. So before this, there's like a scene where Gabrielle and her teenage lover are like trying to do, and then they almost get caught by Carlos because Carlos ends up coming home early and blah blah blah. I skipped through most of that because most of that is just me scrunching up my face. Anyways, so now we're at the part where Mary Alice is their friend that unalived herself, and she ended up having a letter that they found, and it was mailed out to her. Well, I guess she got it on the day that she died. So now they're starting to kind of connect the dots, like, okay, maybe there was more to her death than they originally thought. I'm so glad to be back with another one of these. If you guys enjoy it, and let's begin. There's that music again that's like, it's like creepy, it's spooky. Like I would try to watch this at night and I'll kind of be, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit creeped out.
I fold them.
Because in the background we got Paul, and he's like burying stuff, and he's got shovels and like little tools, and I don't know, I'm just like, that's just brewing in the background. Like they trying to crack that code, and then that happens a lot, I think, in this show, where it's like there's multiple storylines and it's just a lot to follow, so pay attention. And another thing is, I think overall everybody is extremely believable in their roles. I'm very convinced that like this is really like a person. It doesn't feel like acting, and that's one of the things I love about early 2000 shows so much. Like I complain a lot. I know I do. I complain a lot. I rant a lot. This is literally what I do. I will pause the show to talk my you know what, and then I will keep playing. I'll keep watching it because I mean at the end of the day, other than the problematic stuff, like, it's good TV. It is.
So they decided to talk about it in the morning after a good night's rest.
Good, I'm gonna go make myself some more milk.
My thing is, when we get to the reasoning as to why, I cannot wait to talk to y'all about the reasoning and how I feel about him doing this. I just can't wait. Oh, and by the way, if anybody's wondering, because I don't think I explained this in my last video, and I want to talk about it every chance I get. This right here, as you can see, okay, it's my cursor, and I turned it into, it's like SpongeBob. So it's like my little mouse thing, but it's SpongeBob. And then sometimes if I click things, I don't know if you guys can see it, but sometimes if like I'm clicking something, it'll turn into his spatula. And also, I got myself some Hello Kitty slipper. Okay, sorry. I wish they made strawberry shortcake ones that were cute, because that's what I really like. Okay, anyways, this is for the subscribers, not the people who are just coming here for strictly for the show. Okay.
As she gazed out her window, she saw the tall drink of water she needed to quench her thirst.
How do I keep forgetting about Mike having a dog? Why is that like every time I see it, I'm like, oh my, he has a dog? Every single time. Why do I keep forgetting?
Dear diary, Mike doesn't even know I'm alive. Shut up.
Lorelai and Rory, here we go.
I can't find the measuring cup. Have you seen it? The measuring cup?
I know what to knock around on, I'm sorry.
You know, Carlos, I didn't marry you so I could have dinner by myself 6 times a week.
6 times a week? That is kind of crazy. I have to give it to her. That is kind of insane.
I came this close to actually cleaning the house.
No. You're not gonna buy your way out of this one.
There are many things he may want in return. Future reference, conversation ain't one of them.
Thank God. Thank
Hey, that was
God.
a joke.
Get him out of here.
Hey, Susan.
Mike, did you want to have dinner with me?
Just the two of us?
Yes.
Well, and Julie. It's a thing we do when...
How about I come? You guys go over to my place.
Great.
Friday night at 6?
I'll be there.
All right.
I already started a collection from people in the neighborhood. I don't want to wear other people's old crap. Either you can be homeless or you can be ungracious. You really can't afford to be both. Your measuring cup. That's not my cup. Mine was plastic.
To domestic violence.
Yes, Dr. Goldfine thought he had seen it all. And then he met the Van de Kamps. Hi.
And I brought you some homemade potpourri.
The answer is yes. You're about to make a fortune off us.
Also, Lynette makes a lot of threats, but she does not follow through on a lot of things she says. And I think that the kids are, just to piggyback on what I said last time about why Lynette's kids behave the way they do. I think maybe that might have something to do with it as well. But like, then again, she's tired. I totally understand. I think she's at like a point of exhaustion. Like, she's had pregnancy after pregnancy on top of like chasing after a toddler or whatever. Like, I think she's just exhausted, and she does not have the support system that she needs.
It's very frustrating.
We're gonna have to find a way to control it. After all, that's your job.
Buckle up.
Didn't she just say? Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Does she feel...
This red on her looks so good, I have to say.
Bree?
What?
So basically, her teenage lover, gives her a rose and she keeps it. And this is where I was like, I just can't defend you, Gabrielle. I just can't.
Listen, I was just getting dinner ready.
Say no more.
See, that's the thing about Miss Hooper. Like, Miss Hooper talks, and then it's like she'll be talking normal, and it's like, do-do-do-do, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, and here's this like little thing I'm gonna like pull out. It's like she was talking to her, like, let's go back. She was talking to her, and it was normal, and it was like, oh yeah, you know, okay, whatever. And then she tried to like bring up, like, oh, was that you I saw getting pulled over? It's like she kind of catches you off guard with her little questioning.
Ice, by the way, was that you I saw getting pulled over by a policeman?
Boys were acting up in the car.
But before then, it was like, oh, it's
Edie's
all
a beggar
about
now, which
whatever.
means she
I don't know.
can't
I
be.
just find that funny. She's like very, I don't know. She's manipulative for sure. Like, I definitely get some manipulation vibes from her, but I find it interesting, like her delivery, her approach, and it's typically harmless so far.
Edie may be trash, but she's still a human being.
And she just says it like, oh, it's like her tone when she says it. I don't know. You know who Paul looks like? He looks like... He looks like Mr. Nevercracker. He does. That's all I think of every time I see him. So you telling me this ain't Paul?
I hope I'm not interrupting. Sorry if I upset you.
Mr. Nevercracker.
Can I be frank?
Self.
Here we go with this music.
Want the truth.
Here we go with this music once again.
And the truth?
I never know why people use this like as some kind of method of disposal, because it just seems that every single time someone does this, the police find it. The music also reminds me of Halloween Town. I just thought of that. Who just goes into somebody's house, goes through their crap, and then sprays themselves with a little perfume?
He suggested perhaps you'd like to meet with me by yourself. You've been very quiet in our joint sessions.
What?
Listen, Bree trying to figure out what's going on with this button, this loose button. That's all she cares about. That's it. So we can keep on flapping our gums and trying to get her to go to this therapy and really take it seriously. But as long as that man's button is not nice and in there, you will not get no answers out of Bree. And that's that.
I need to do today.
You sure?
Do you hear the shakiness in her voice? Listen.
I need to do today.
You sure?
She's tweaking out in her mind. In her mind, she's crashing out about this loose button.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like she can't even function. Monica Geller?
There is something you can do for me. Take off your coat.
I'm gonna take her out at the knees, but it all happened so fast.
I love Susan's shirt.
Sure is beautiful, isn't it?
For a second there, I was like, oh my God, Susan is so onto her. I still can't tell. Like sometimes, honestly, I look at this scene and I'm like, did she completely believe her or did she kind of feel like she was full of it? I think that Bree's method or like her way of thinking is as simple as, I think she feels like by cooking and cleaning and just being domestic in that way, like it should be appreciated because like it's a lot of work to do, which is valid. And Rex does not make her feel like she's appreciated at all or like she can be vulnerable with him.
For the first time, Lynette
I ain't even gonna lie, they look evil. They do.
to get creative.
This was also another scene that made me feel like, okay, I'm locked in. I want to watch it.
You out! Move it!
I will never watch this and not think about the fact that Penny is in the front seat. And I get it. Like at one point, this was considered safe, but like it just blows my mind as a Gen Zer. Sorry. I mean, to be honest, of course they're gone. Of course they're gone.
Listen, it seems to me that you have some anger management issues.
It seemed to me you need to back the up.
Absolutely have anger management issues.
Period.
Yeah, I'm just saying, It's not normal.
Listen, she had about 1-ish times to keep grabbing my arm and trying to keep me from my baby. She had about 2 times. And I'm gonna hit her with the. It's gonna turn into baddies.
Boys, get out here!
Until you calm down.
I think.
Get in the car! Run, boys, run!
They probably definitely have ADHD because, yeah, that would have been me as a child. And I'm not even kidding. I wish that I was just joking around. But if someone would have messed with my mom, I probably genuinely would have bitten them too. And a win for Lynette. I mean, I don't recommend leaving your kids on the side of the road. I hope that's a given. But yeah, go Lynette. Go Lynette. I like anytime Lynette gets a win, I'm just like, I'm always rooting for her because her life, man. Like, honestly, I feel really bad for her. So now what's happening here is that John is actually falling in love with her. You know, she wants to live a certain type of lifestyle. Like, she's not going to leave Carlos for him, but because he's immature and like, you know, it's just going to fuel all of his poor decision making.
Is it the best gift you've ever gotten?
But also what I think is that in a weird way, she at least cares about John. But again, I just don't feel like she's going to leave Carlos for him.
Weird smell? Round 1.
I've been a great husband, and it kills you to admit that.
Why would it kill her to admit that? I want you to think it through and not, and use the right noggin this time, please.
Oh, Pongo, get down, down.
Go on.
Down.
The fact that this went on for so long.
Pongo, get down.
Wait.
He's doing it for so long, though. Yeah, there's a reason that this show is called Desperate Housewives.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we just got up. Bongo, are you okay?
What's wrong? Are you okay, fella?
Mom?
Bridge, tell him I'll be right there.
Is there anything I can do?
No.
She's so messy. She's so messy.
No.
Everything Susan tries to do backfires every single time.
One of the last things she said to me in the hospital before she died was to be sure I looked after her.
Boom, he had a wife. Boom, she passed away. Boom, wait. Boom, the dog wasn't even his. It was his ex-wife's dog.
Susan could suddenly see something she'd never seen before. Mike Delfino was still in love with his late wife.
They up there at the hospital having real heartfelt moments, and she back at the house cleaning up.
The mysteries that long to be uncovered, to see.
And here we go with the creepy vibes again, every time. Oh, your trunk, your little thing is poking out. Honestly, because I don't remember much of season 1 at this point, because I went all the way to, the whole thing. I don't even remember what's in this trunk, but I guess we'll find out next time. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.